And we're back. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to a new episode of whatever this is. We're doing tier list still, and this time we're doing special attacks.
Yay!
And before we even start, we definitely don't have everything, I'm sure. So if there's something you want to see, let us know, and we'll do it again. Bigger and better and longer and uncut. And also, this one's only going to have one Kamehameha. We'll do an all Kamehamehas tier list, but it literally would have been like 2 rows just of variations on the Kamehameha, so just the one. But yeah, here we go. In no particular order, we'll just start grabbing and going, and we'll figure it out from there. So, oh yeah, Jay and Archie are here as well.
Oh, we are?
I thought
Kinda.
so.
Oh!
Physically, I
It'd
don't
be
know
weird
about
if
mentally.
not.
Are we rolling?
We're rolling.
Oh.
Oh man.
All right, let's start. Let's find a good special beam cannon. Start with that.
Yeah.
Pretty
Piccolo
cool.
has a lot. It is pretty cool.
It is pretty damn strong, too.
It's very strong. It does take a long time to charge it.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
No, not anymore. But
what's good about that though is that he created that attack specifically for Goku.
yeah,
Yep.
So there's that to consider.
and it worked.
It did work. It did what it was intended
Success.
to do.
Kinda
Just
even
because
got-
it was successful, I would put it in at least a B
He
tier.
kind of even got bonus points. Yeah, this is a B or an A for me for
Because
sure.
after that, it just got deflected by everybody a bunch of times.
Yeah, that's true. It worked the one time that it didn't.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the key attack that everyone does, so they're just.
Yeah.
Yep. Those never work.
Which I don't have here. Just
I
Rapid
vote.
fire.
I concur. I vote B
Yeah.
as well.
sounds like a good.
I initially wanted to put it in A, but meh.
Piccolo has another one that might be able to make it to A.
Oh, for sure.
Cool.
On that, let's move on to another one. Also, there will be a couple that are debatable, but this is specifically special attacks, not special techniques, so you're not going to see like solar flare and stuff like that. Absorption. I mean, while it's used offensively, one could argue this is a technique, but without it, Cell wouldn't have made the list anywhere because all of his techniques are stolen from other people. So that's why that's here. And kind of same for Candy Beam. So you know, let's go with there. Candy Beam.
I mean, that's a one-hit kill move.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter who you are, like.
Unless you're Vegeta, but that was.
Well, yeah, but that was because they're
That was different,
ridiculously powerful.
It's also heavily implied that once turned into candy or cookies, they're still aware of what's going on. Krillin seemed to remember being eaten, and that's horrifying.
Yeah, there's sentient candy at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know. Candy starts with a C. I'm going with C.
I'm
I
okay
like
with
it.
C.
I like it. Because much like Piccolo, Boo's also going to have some better ones as well. Krillin, Scatterboy.
I like that attack.
I do like this one a lot, but not as much as I like another one of his. But I like this one a whole lot, and it was quite effective.
Yeah.
It was not effective against the Saiyans, but he took out most of the Cybermen with this thing.
Yep.
And it's really cool in Dragon Ball FighterZ.
It is.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe a B also,
I think
because it's cool visually,
yeah, it's deserving of at least a B for me.
and no one else ever used it really. So
Yeah. That's a specific Krillin technique, being able to control all of them. Like honing missiles.
he's a
essentially.
master of key control.
This is true.
On that note, if I can find it, I know one that wouldn't.
Did you
be-
find it?
No, I didn't.
What's it called?
I don't wanna
Oh, is
see.
it that one above the?
There we
nope.
go.
Yep.
This is the one.
Okay.
Spirit Ball. Kind of similar, but not as cool.
Yeah, I'm liking where you have it.
Oh,
hovered.
right down.
Yep.
Yeah, F tier.
Yep.
All right.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, we'll.
It was
go.
neat, but did it do anything?
Yeah,
Fair.
but did Yamcha's anything do anything?
No, and that's why it should go where it is.
Well, that might create some complications when we go to our next one.
And what's that? That one's
Fang.
cool though.
Yeah. Will
That
Fang
is-
Fist higher than Spirit?
Oh, for sure.
Definitely.
All right.
He used it in the original, and it was way cooler. Than
I don't. Yeah, I really like Wolf Fang Fist. I might have put Spirit Ball higher. That's the only reason I'm at a point of,
Yeah,
of confusion. But I know I do really like Wolf Fang Fist.
I'm
So.
taking the fighter's game too much into consideration with
fair.
this, so. trying to
That's
stick
good.
to
It puts
the-
him on a level playing field.
Yeah.
But
trying to-
canonically, they're all the same power level. That was the whole deal with fighters, wasn't it? For the story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is true. Point well taken.
All right, so it's not F. Where are we?
Could you imagine being
C.
Yamcha and just being able to fight all these godly creatures on an even playing field?
It's gotta feel
Like-
pretty good.
You don't have to imagine it. You can go get the game in stores now.
Are we plugging fighters
we're-
right now?
All right, all right, so Jay and I are both on a C,
Yeah.
so only your vote can bring it higher.
C's fine.
Okay.
It's cool, but again, Yamcha.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Dodon Ray or Dodonpa. Tien and Mercenary Tau. Specifically, this image is the Mercenary Tau. It's just a key blast from a finger.
It is. It's just a key blast.
Out of everything on here, it's definitely my least favorite, personally.
F. Put it in F. Yep, put it right there.
See ya, Dodon Ray.
Mark it.
Don't worry, Tien. You'll get your due. I'm
pick
just gonna. What do we got?
Kamehameha.
Oh wow!
Oh,
I
wow.
literally closed my eyes. All right.
Well,
Well.
do we even need to talk
No.
about it?
Well, I mean, maybe we should talk a little bit. We don't need to discuss whether high or low. This
There's
is.
probably 100 Kamehamehas performed.
There's
Yeah.
tons of variations. Every child that's even heard of anime does it in their driveway. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, even legit like martial artists, like fighters, come out, and have
Yeah.
done the Kamehameha,
It is the Dragon Ball.
For
attack.
all of you nerds out there that have seen what's that anime called? Oh, that time I was reincarnated as a slime.
Oh.
They did Kamehameha.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
even
the
crosses anime.
yeah. It
Have you
crosses
read
animes.
that time I was reincarnated as Yamcha yet? Which you bought us both. You have not had it. I just remembered you got us both copies of that like a year and a half ago. I read it day one, and I don't even know how to read.
Yeah, so we'll take a short break and talk about that. We were in your car waiting for something.
Yeah,
Food,
probably.
And
a la Saiyans.
you told me about this thing, and I've never heard. I was like, what? So I went on Amazon immediately, saw it, bought 2, and
Yep.
then told you I bought them.
Yep.
And he read them, and it's still sitting in my nerd space unopened.
I read it like immediately. My eyes hurt, and I was like, I gotta keep going. This is good. It was really good.
You keep telling me it's good. I was like, I'll read it.
It's really good. I recommend it. Look
Okay,
up that
so
time.
you'll catch us reading that collectively in a future video.
There we go.
Maybe let us know.
We'll just
down
sit
below.
down and read it together.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
I actually kind of like that. All right. Let's see. Raccoon Ultra Fighting Bomber.
I don't remember what
Yeah.
that was.
I don't believe he pulled it off outside of the games. I think he was
Is that
charging it
the
up,
one
and
where
that's
he
where
charges
Goku.
and lifts his fingers.
No, that's Nappa.
That one's cool.
Who is this?
It's Raccoon.
Oh, Raccoon. Wow, I just confused Raccoon and Nappa.
I mean, we can put that along
I'm
with the
kicked
humans.
out of the group. I secede. That was a fail.
He's going to have to repeat the grade.
Yeah, I agree. He's gonna have to repeat. We never got to see it. You
Yeah.
only see it in the video games. As he was charging it up, that's when Goku gave him the old elbow and
Yeah.
basically killed him.
Yeah, he could get it.
All right, Masenko,
I like the
Gohan and
Masenko,
Piccolo.
honestly.
I do like it.
Not much to be very high, but I do
Yeah.
like it.
I like it if nothing else because it was Gohan's like only
It's-
beam until the Cell arc.
It was Trunks' Kamehameha for a while.
That's also true.
And then he learned some cooler stuff. The Finish Buster, I believe.
Yeah. Wait, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have no idea when. I don't know the order. I feel like.
Filibuster.
I think the
Masenko was later.
Masenko was first, and then he created the
Oh yeah,
Finish
because
Buster.
he would have learned it from Gohan.
Yeah.
Uh,
Maybe C for Masenko?
yeah.
It's
I
cool.
feel like it can't go higher than Special Beam Cannon.
No.
Definitely not.
On that note, I know something that can go higher than Special Beam Cannon.
Oh,
At least
yeah.
I think so. Hellzone
I would
Grenade.
like that in the A category,
Yep.
please.
I'm-
It's a
Yeah.
very
I think
cool
that's a
move.
very deserving of the first A.
But it sucks
maybe
in
not
games
quite a
because
Z.
it has such... unless it's fighters.
Yep.
Like, every other game, it has such a long startup.
They're like, all right, I'm out of here, and
And
then
you
they'll
can
just.
get
collect.
out of it.
In
Like-
Xenoverse, it's horrible.
Yeah, they took a page of the Special Beam Cannon. They're like, oh, the Hellzone Grenade also needs a 5-minute charge.
Yeah.
Well, let's go ahead and finish up Piccolo then. Light Grenade.
Honestly, don't like it as much as
It looks
Hellzone.
cool. It did nothing. It was the big introductory technique after he merged with Kami, and it did nothing.
Yeah.
It did absolutely
Proving
nothing.
that the merger really didn't matter all that much.
Yeah.
Kind of like Sirius and XM, no one cared.
So no higher than C. I don't want to call it an F, only because it looked so...
It was cool.
And it was really well animated. It blew up half the island. It was
We can put it in C. I like it. It's a comfortable spot.
I don't mind C.
It was
I
definitely...
might have to branch off and do a video game version of this specifically at this point.
I'd
might
be down
have
for
to,
video.
because they're all
absolutely.
different. In the
Let us
video
know in the
games.
comments if you
Yeah,
want us to
yeah.
do video game
need-
specific special attacks.
We need feedback.
Okay.
Feedback.
Where do we want to go next? You know what? Let's grab another good one. The Destructo disc.
Ah, yes. The
The
thing that could have
Kienzan.
ended many sagas
Yep.
early.
Yeah.
Crazy, powerful, really cool introduction. It was like out of revenge for Yamcha dying. And it would have been effective. Like, if Vegeta had not told Nappa to get out of the way, that very likely would have taken his head off.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Yeah, it's pretty much indeflectible, isn't it?
yeah.
the most part.
The only one that took it was Cell.
Yep.
Like, it cut off
just, like,
Frieza's tail. But Cell took it. But that was also, I think that was very much to serve a purpose of, here's how powerful he is. Mm-hmm. Like, the Destructo disc did nothing, and then Super Saiyan Trunks did nothing. That's A for me,
A,
personally.
definitely A. It's-
Dun, dun, dun.
They gave
A
the
tier.
villains plot armor against Destructo Disc.
Absolutely did it.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's Cell. I mean, and the whole creation of Cell was to counteract all of the
To be better.
all of
than
the intel taken
he
to
was.
create Cell and how to counter it. You
Yeah.
know, so
Yeah.
that kind of makes sense. Like, hey, Destructo disc, it's Indestructo disc essentially.
Mm-hmm.
So we need
Destructo.
special, strong cicada armor to be able to deflect this attack. So
Yeah.
Next up, let's just go for the other disc. Frieza's homing disc. Looked cool, sounded cooler. Cut him in half.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
it can't. It to me, it can't tie with Destructo disc at the very least.
and it's so powerful that it's his own attack, and even he couldn't stop it
Yeah.
when it came back at him.
Yep.
It's like if you threw a freaking frisbee
It seems like
or a boomerang rather that was made of a saw blade.
It seems like a major design flaw that whatever your last directional input was, it's gonna go for eternity, and that's essentially what it did. But sounded really cool. I did like that.
B.
Yeah, you can
like
sit at B.
Yeah, you were cool. You made neat noises, and I liked it.
Yeah. Neat idea,
right.
poor execution.
You know what? Let's get another weird one out of the way. Absorption.
Yeah, this is the one that was argued.
Whether it should even be here.
Yeah.
Probably not, considering everything else has to do with lasers.
Yeah, it was just to put Cell on the list.
We can throw him down in
But
F.
he-
It was
I mean,
just
he
for
did use it.
transformations.
I mean, it may not have been technically an attack, but he used it offensively.
Yeah, and
So,
yeah,
you
that
know
was
what
my
I mean?
justification for putting it there. Was he did
Yeah.
use it, and I made the another mistake, almost like the last episode with Vegeta and the spectators. I am specifically showing him absorbing Android 17 here. So let me pose a question to you before we place it. Would our minds be changed from where we are now if the thumbnail I used for it was the first time we ever saw
Yes.
it used, which was him sucking that dude dry in front of Piccolo?
Yeah, it would be different.
Because that is that changed. That was horrific.
So how
Like,
about his absorption ability as a whole?
Well, it's weird because
yeah, not just
wait a
something
minute.
like,
I just thought about this. His initial absorption was to stick the end of his tail into people and suck them dry.
Yeah,
And that was the same thing as when his tail expands to absorb them whole.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Well, they had machine parts. So
Yeah,
he had
they-
to
he
suck
couldn't-
up the
there was nothing to
machine
suck.
parts.
which,
oh,
yeah.
that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you got me there because he'd be
He just
it'd be a
picks
vacuum in
and
a
starts
Radio Shack.
chomping on
Yeah.
machinery.
This was like an immediate F for me, but I'm thinking
well-
I'm thinking B when I
Yeah.
think of that
Well,
guy.
that's pretty
Yeah.
cool though, because that means that the tail was meant to be utilized in different aspects.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
If they're non-biological, then it can expand.
Yeah,
and
he could do
engulf
it. Yeah,
like a,
he
like
had
a snake.
He had a backup for
Yeah.
inorganic material that he could.
Yeah, I'm cool
Yeah,
with it at B.
which was a built-in. It was a built-in thing because his creator knew that in order for him to reach his final form, he needed to absorb something that was non-biological.
Indeed.
So yeah,
Yeah, B,
factor.
if we're
Yeah,
including
those are all
everything,
really good
B.
factors. The horror element of the first time we saw it used. I mean, and it helped. Like he absorbed several cities, and it boosted his power significantly.
Oh, yeah.
And then, just the fact that Giro was smart enough to give him multiple options. Yeah, I think that's a good B.
Yeah.
Yeah, easily. I was even going to suggest potentially A, but B is...
A for absorption.
Right? Yeah. We're going to stick with alliteration. A for alliteration absorption.
Oh, man, that went from definite F to maybe A.
Yeah.
It did.
Well, that's what this is all about.
I like it.
Pick
All
that
right.
one.
Which one?
That one.
This here?
Yep.
Tri-beam.
I like the tri-beam.
I like the Tri-beam a lot. Not great for finishing any jobs, but he
Holding
held
on.
second form Cell at bay, and that is a big deal.
Yeah.
That was
For
a
a
huge
human?
moment for him.
Yeah.
This is true.
I want to put it next to absorption, honestly.
I have no
You know,
arguments.
that's what I was thinking before you said that.
Are we
so-
including Neo tri-beam? as
Yeah,
well?
yep, this is all.
Yeah, it's definitely B then.
Yep. Yeah, I'm.
The life-sucking energy technique.
I am right with it.
Which
and
is
I dig
perfect
it.
because it's, just like absorption in that regard.
Let's go for a nice lame one. Milky Cannon.
F.
No, that's just a double entendre. That doesn't need to exist.
It doesn't. I literally.
on.
I only put it here because I wanted to say Milky Cannon. I will argue that I don't even think that had a name outside of video games, but I wanted to say it.
It's
But
homogenized.
I knew where it belonged when I made.
It's just a generic key blast.
When I made the
Yeah.
tiles, I knew where
They
it
were
belonged.
like, we don't have anything to give him. Let's name that one key blast he did that one time something gross, because he's
Yeah.
gross. So gross.
Let's see.
What about that one to your left?
What
The
is that
Thunder
one?
Shock Surprise. This is Roshi's down back X move in fighters that I do to you a lot.
The
Yeah.
paralyzed one.
Do I
Yeah.
block it? Ever?
It's I think it might be unblockable.
I think
it's
it
the
is
the
unblockable.
aerial one that I follow. He shoots electricity out of his hands, holds somebody in the air, and he can pretty much hold them indefinitely. When he did this to Goku in Dragon Ball, he would have won their fight, but they were fighting for so long that the moon came out and Goku ended up looking at it while being held and broke out of it while transforming into the Great Ape. So it was powerful enough to hold Goku completely. Pretty cool. It's definitely not an F for me. I just needed Roshi to get some representation outside of the Kamehameha.
Yeah, I mean,
He made the comment.
he's
Yeah.
the one that taught them what they know.
Very
That
true.
deserves to be mentioned. Like,
Absolutely. And I think for future ones, I should put Roshi on the thumbnail for the
Do
Kamehameha.
C tier for that one.
Yeah.
no, B.
What?
Really?
Yeah.
He never
I mean-
used it again.
That's true, but I mean, what other techniques? I mean, because otherwise, what other techniques does he have? Like the Kamehameha?
That's
you know?
it.
Eh,
The thing he made is all he's got.
Yeah, but what he made and taught everybody is the staple for the damn show and what everyone utilizes that spans all of his the future enemies and villains within the show.
Yeah. But
Wait, what?
much in the like
The Kamehameha.
the absorption had points in favor specifically of absorption that moved it up the list. This is us using Kamehameha to justify moving this technique up the list.
That's true.
He used it once. Twice, maybe.
I know. I guess we can't take into consideration other techniques to
We don't-
support this
Yeah,
one.
because he did. Yeah,
Also,
Yeah.
don't really know how it does on stronger folks.
True.
That's
So,
true. Okay. See, it is.
Yeah.
And that's why we do this, people.
I like it. All right. Well, you know what? I'm just gonna drag from here from now on. Big Bang Attack.
A.
Yeah,
That's
I do.
an A for me. That's a good old. Always use
I do think it. Well, that's that. And here's counterpoint.
It doesn't get
No, he doesn't.
utilized very much.
He does in video games all the time.
know.
He uses it like once.
Yeah, he said he did it like one time in the show.
But-
Twice if you count Return of Cooler.
And and they had to be like, okay, you know, he has to have counter attacks in the video game, so they just took that and ran with it. But in terms of the show, when did he actually use it in the show?
Just then, 19.
On 19.
It was very effective when he did it, which also creates arguments for that. But
Well, maybe he doesn't utilize it so much because it draws so much energy from him. Can we make that argument? Maybe it drains him a bit. I mean, I don't know.
I mean, he did seem to be doing. Oh no, I was gonna say He needed the Sensu beam because he was drained, but that's because 19 did manage to get some power from him before.
Oh yeah. It's like,
Well, I mean,
his hands off.
taking into consideration the final flash, which I think we all put up on a pedestal,
exactly, yeah.
I think the Big Bang attack maybe deserves an A.
Because we know Final Flash is going higher.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
not to foreshadow too much.
I know, but honestly, and
it's either A or B, right?
Yeah.
So,
Well,
I mean, I vote A. If you guys vote B, then...
No, I'm good with A. Mainly,
good.
Vegeta's going to find himself very high up there.
Yeah.
Because I can't believe I'm about to say this, but... oh, nope, here we go. I was about to say I think the Gallic Gun might be his lowest, but... Alright, so we've got Gallic Gun and Final Explosion are decisions that need to be made.
Final Explosion is only cool in Super.
Yeah, I mean, it was a very emotional moment in Z, but... it was just a big explosion and it didn't work and it killed him.
Yeah.
So I think that's got to be his lowest.
Yeah, that would probably be a C, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good with it.
I mean, he sacrificed
He tried.
himself, which showed his emotional side and what he was willing to do for the greater good.
Yeah.
Which is cool in terms of his arc as a character, going from the bad guy to the good guy and so on. But in terms of practicality, when you have to use a special attack and it also involves suicide, maybe not so useful.
Yeah.
And he still went to hell.
Alright, so now let's throw a difficult wrench in the works. Gallic Gun. I don't think maybe that difficult. I feel like just based on what we already have, it's better than Final Explosion.
Yeah.
But is it better than Big Bang Attack? The moment was cool. Like, it was our first beam struggle.
Yeah.
Like, well, in Z.
Well, the Gallic Gun is Vegeta's Kamehameha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With a little circle. It's a little different, and it's barely different in execution. Just that the energy
I just
goes
mean in
around
terms
him.
of like its commonality.
Yes,
Like,
yeah.
I mean, if Goku's gonna do a Kamehameha, if they're sparring and Goku's gonna do a Kamehameha,
Vegeta's
you know
gonna
that
do a
Vegeta's gonna
Gallic
do a
Gun.
Garlic Gun.
Yeah.
Garlic.
Yeah. You caught that.
So, is that
Nothing gets by you.
a B tier?
That's a B.
Yup.
Alright. Now, this one, for me, was tough as we went. Yeah, because this is... remembering where this went on the last one, but we also got to think about context. It was an absolute Z tier Vegeta kill.
Yeah.
Is it a Z tier Vegeta technique?
No.
I agree.
Not at all.
I mean,
It was good.
When else has he ever utilized that?
hasn't.
Nope.
It just
No,
it was
just
really
to showcase the fact that he had that power and ability to do so.
Yeah.
But it wasn't an effective enough technique for him to carry it on and use it in future fights.
You know, when I was setting this up, I was thinking it was gonna be Z early on, but then right as I got ready, I'm like, you know what? Contextually, it's different, and it cannot share a line with the other. Is this a D or a C?
I think it might be a C. In terms of attack wise, yeah, totally a C.
Yeah, I believe so. The execution of it, when it finally happened in terms of Vegeta kills specifically, grants it a higher spot, but where it is practically within special attacks, I think
Yeah.
it's very low on the list. Not an F, but not higher up either.
Death Ball.
I mean,
Death Ball's kind of. It's
It has a soft spot. I really like the Death Ball.
Yeah. So, yeah. I mean, again, not to go into it so many times, but being a Frieza main on fighters, I have a soft spot for it.
I
Really,
know,
what it
'cause
is
I'm
more
on
than
the
anything.
receiving end of that every time we fight.
Very true. And really, realistically, for me, it's the face. It's that shot. It's not the technique. It's the crazed look in Frieza's face when he does it. And it's kind of cool that he developed a technique that can wipe out the core of a planet, but not the planet itself, so that he's got time to get out of there.
Like an implosion technique.
Yeah, like...
Well, we can't take into consideration the aesthetics of the attacks. We have to think in terms of their effectiveness.
And I don't think it is necessarily aesthetic. I think that's a demonstration of Frieza's control. That he's like, if Vegeta did a blast like that, the planet would just blow up.
Yep.
But Frieza found a way to send something down, vaporize the core, and then blink out.
Yeah, because you have to think that Frieza's the person who was overseeing all of the Saiyans and telling them that they had to destroy all the planets,
Yeah.
right? So he was just telling them what they had to do, not necessarily the best way to go about
True. Yeah.
doing,
Saving that for
completing,
himself.
yeah.
And he's also proven that he can just as easily. Oh yeah, because I didn't even include another one of Frieza's that we could do another time, but the supernova, which was just massive and took the planet out immediately. But yeah, iconic look-wise and ingenuity-wise, this is probably an A for me personally.
Yep.
I agree.
I like it.
I agree.
And you know what? Let's go right to the one that's not. Planet Burst.
It's
This
just
is
a
Kid
planet.
Boo's death ball that
It's
just
literally just a planet
Yep.
buster.
Isn't that just
Honestly,
isn't
F
that just
tier.
being a sweaty rager?
Yeah,
And,
yep.
Yeah, he was just angry.
just like, look what I can do, and he just does.
Yeah.
Pooled all
like
of his
Stuart,
energy
Yep.
into a big ball.
Stuart from Mad TV. Look what I can do.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
totally
man.
F.
Now I want to do. Yeah, I want to do a short with Stuart and
we'll do
Bobbity
that.
being his mom. All right.
Spoilers.
Planet. All right, so Planet Burst F tier.
Yeah.
Yep.
F U.
Planet.
Now let's go right ahead to the good Boo one.
I
Human
love that.
Extinction at
Honestly, might be a Z.
That's Z for me.
It was really cool.
It's no lower than A. Like
Yeah, I mean his ability to summon that much energy and be able to target it.
that's the
Yeah,
thing.
he
like
just walked
it'd be
around the
one,
lookout once, and he was like, "Okay."
and it would have been one thing for me if he to have fired those blasts and been like just wipe out all life is one thing. To have wiped out all life except his dog and his best friend is something completely different. Like
Oh yeah, that was still his evil side too.
yes,
so that,
he was
that
able
the
to
way-
pick who he didn't kill with that, and in the same vein as Frieza's death ball, that shows immense control.
Yeah,
and
and that was his way of showing that he still has somewhat of a soft side.
Yeah, like
playing
he
into-
was that. Yeah, he. Wow, yeah, like that was
Right.
Boo wiping out the planet, but just a little bit of him was still there. And
then
same
it
with
became
Hercule when he
Kid
rushed
Boo.
at him when he was about to go to kill him, and he stopped and recognized Hercule. Also, I'm not going to go on a huge rant, but that's like one of my favorite relationships in all of Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
Boo
I-
and
yeah.
yeah, I just think it's the most genuine friendship, and I love it so much. So Human Extinction, it gotta be A at least, but we don't have a lot of Z's, so I'm.
I like a Z for me still.
Oh man, I'm teetering. I'm teetering only because like we don't ever see. He only does it the one time.
You only
But maybe
do
that
it the one
yeah,
time.
A lot
maybe
of
that's
them.
why it's so epic.
yeah, it only
no,
needed to happen once.
Exactly.
Yep. All right.
She's right.
Yep. You just that was a good sway.
You see, it is. You're right. You're definitely right.
That was
Yeah, like their whole fight with Kid Boo, the entire planet was pretty much dead until they got the Dragon Balls mid-fight.
That was a good debate. Death Beam.
Another
It's
50
a
pop.
staple.
Yeah,
It's one of his staples.
Yeah, and he, to be fair,
That's his
he takes out a
Kamehameha.
lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
It is
he
his
takes out a
Kamehameha.
lot of people with that move. Like,
I
and
say
it's-
it's an A.
It's laser
feels-
accurate.
Solid A.
Yeah.
He uses it a bunch. It's very effective.
yeah, he's
It
yeah,
has zero charge time. He just
Yeah, just
points
boop.
and laser pointer, boom.
and to so many like Dende, like yeah,
And his Death Beam barrage in the games are cool.
yup. All right, congrats, Freezy Pop. You get a couple up
Yeah,
there.
we gotta try to stop bringing video games into it, but it's so difficult.
That's the thing is video games are where we get the most experience. Like
Yeah.
because that's the thing. I feel like not a lot of people take into account. Vegeta in Z, he did the Big Bang and the Final Flat. Those are his staple moves that he did once each.
Yep.
Like,
Right.
really, Vegeta's staple move is going, and just firing plasma,
Yeah, because he's a rager.
going off the handle.
Yeah.
All right, let's go on to Super. Sickle of Sorrow. It's pretty cool, and it's got a gothy name, and it's Hot Topic joke. It's not F for me. Like,
No.
Sickle of Sorrow is kind of stupid,
Put it in the C.
but it's
tier.
an energy scythe.
It was neat, but like effective wise, man.
All right, fatten up that C tier, Sickle of Sorrow.
All right.
Honestly,
C
really,
cells.
the name makes it lose point. I'd think I'd put it in B if it wasn't called
Yeah.
Sickle of Sorrow.
Well, we can't get
C
lost
scythe.
on the name because maybe that's not how they
Yeah,
called it originally in
that's true.
Japan.
That's
You have
true.
to take that into consideration. This is the
Oh,
American, you know what I mean?
Oh well, let's ask the internet while we finish the rest of this.
All right, we'll go on with Gigantic Burst.
Yeah.
It was
I like
cool
it.
to look at.
It was very cool to look at. And
that-
this
is
is
that-
another one where it's hard to get. It's Kefla.
Kefla's,
This is
okay.
another one where it's hard to get twisted
Yeah.
because I don't want something else that happened with it to influence it. But Goku surfing up that thing with his Kamehameha on his hands is one of the coolest moments in all of Dragon Ball Super and maybe all of Dragon Ball. But that also doesn't speak highly for the move itself. Like,
You know.
like he was able to do that because she was like shit as she.
It was visually pleasing, but like.
But how
that
effective was
That
it?
was her in panic mode.
Yeah.
She just put all of her energy into this attack and it failed.
I mean,
Let's find where are we on Sickle-a-Saur? Nah.
I'll tell you.
Is it joining?
I was thinking it was gonna go right next to the sickle.
Yeah,
All right.
honestly. Visually
You get to be
pleasing,
another
but
C.
didn't
Congrats,
work.
Dragon Ball. You got lots of C tiers. All right. And yeah, we all knew where this one was going to go.
Yep, a final flash.
Final
All the
Flash.
way up there.
Now, this is a rough one because
It got its own song.
That's the thing. In terms of actually, no. If we were thinking the
Vegeta's.
Falconer,
Yeah.
that's that we want to. It's certainly most associated with the Final Flash, but the first time we would have heard it dub-wise was when he transformed into a Super Saiyan for the first time.
That's right.
But you know what? In the same vein, that is why. That's another reason why. That was a song introduced for Vegeta's first time going Super Saiyan, and that move took it from that moment. Like, it literally was like, nah, it's the Final Flash theme now. Because most people would call that the Final Flash theme. I think if you
Yeah,
of course.
if you played that and were like, hey, what is this? Like, oh, it's Vegeta's Final Flash.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, the fact that it was able to be like, this was the iconic Super Saiyan transformation song, nah, I'm going to take it. And the one thing going against it is that it didn't work. But that also, I think, served another, just like the Kienzan. The Kienzan didn't work either. That was to serve the purpose of this is how strong Cell is, although there's another, like, I don't think Cell was faking that face. When he got his arm and part of his chest blown off, he had a look of like, oh my god, that would have killed me if it didn't miss by a little bit.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
That was... Okay, yeah. So the Final Flash got to show us fear in Perfect Cell's face not long after he was introduced. It's iconic. I think it's the first time we've seen a beam... Like, Final Flash is the birth of the dramatic finish in most video games.
Yeah.
The reason we see a planet with a beam coming off of it is because of that move. It was amazing. And in the same way as last episode, we were arguing a lot about Vegeta's various moments of, you know, he was being a good guy, but he was still killing people.
Right.
This was his... He went out... He made sure to protect the planet when he did. Like, he definitely did some damage, but he made damn sure to not blow up the planet with
Yeah,
that.
he was
move.
giving it his all.
But
While
he
also
aimed it
focused, yeah.
away from the planet.
You know-
so.
You think that's why he missed Cell? Is there any argument to that? Like, maybe the reason it didn't kill Cell was because he was more focused on not blowing up Earth than hitting the target? Let us know in the comments. Who knows?
Maybe.
But here you go. The official...
Probably not, because he also in the
screenshot
back
it.
of his head knew that even if it did take out the planet, that the Dragon Balls were a thing. And
Yeah.
I mean, if he blew up the planet, there would be no more Dragon Balls.
This is true.
Yeah,
Then
that's
you'd
true.
have
Yeah.
to go all the way to
Yeah,
Namek.
so... Yeah, because the final explosion was the whole suicidal thing.
Yeah.
So why do another attack that's going to kill everybody and not be able to summon everybody who died? I don't know. It's a lot of in and outs.
But not on where it belongs in the list.
Exactly.
So there we go.
Damn.
Here you have it, folks. The first draft, at least, of the Dragon Ball University Special Attacks list. Let us know ones that we didn't do that you want to see. This is easily one that we can do again with different versions and whatnot. And let us know any other tier lists that you want to see as well. We've got a bunch more of these planned. They're going to be coming out about once a month, give or take.
And you can also reorganize this tier list and post it in the comment and let us know what
absolutely
you think
can.
and how
Go
you
to-
would prioritize.
Go to
them.
tiermaker.com, look up DBU, and you should find the tier list we've made. And if I can make it work, I'll put a link to them in the comments or in the description
And
below.
I'll never
so
look
that
at them ever.
you can click it and you do it yourself. And then tweet us at Team Orange Star and let us know. I think it says, yeah, look at it right there. There it is.
Down at the
See?
bottom.
It
Yeah.
appears.
we
Also,
do
Tweet us at
things-
right here.
It's
right there.
Scythe of Sorrow
Scythe of Sorrow.
Oh!
in Japan. It's-
Wow.
All right.
It's Scythe.
Here you go.
Sorrow.
Up to B tier. It's pretty
There we
cool
go.
now. Nah, I'm just kidding. Get back down there.
Sickle, scythe. What's the difference?
There is none.
It just looks neat, but it's got a Hot Topic name. All right. Bye, everybody.
Sickle
Hope you had
cell.
fun.
See ya.